योऽन्तः प्रविश्य वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञा भक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापि व्रता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Shall start from 80. मातङ्गव्याघ्रदस्युद्विषतुरगकपीन् कुत्रचित् प्रेयसीभिः क्रीडन्नास्ते हसन् वा विहरति कुहचित् मृष्टमश्नाति चान्नम्। म्लेच्छत्वं प्राप्तवानस्म्यहमिति कुहचित् शङ्कितः स्वीयलोकात् आस्ते व्याघ्रादिभीत्या प्रचलति कुहचित् रोदिति ग्रस्यमानः। यो यो दृग्गोचरोऽर्थः भवति स तथा तद्गतात्मस्वरूपा विज्ञानोत्पद्यमानः स्फुरति ननु यथा शुक्तिका ज्ञानहेतुः। रौप्याभासो मृषैव स्फुरति च किरणात् ज्ञानतोऽम्भो भुजङ्गः रज्ज्वज्ञानान्निमेषम् सुखभयकृदतो दृष्टसृष्टम् किलेदम्। मायाध्यासाश्रयेण प्रविततमखिलम् यन्मया तेन मत्स्थान्येतेषु नाहम्। यदपि हि रजतम् भाति शुक्तौ न रौप्ये शुक्त्यम् शस्तेन भूतान्यपि मयि न वसन्तीति विश्वग्विनेता प्राहास्माद्दृश्यजातम् सकलमपि मृषैवेन्द्रजालोपमेयम्। हेतुः कर्मैव लोके सुखतदितरयोः एवमज्ञो विदित्वा मित्रं वा शत्रुरित्थम् व्यवहरति मृषा याज्ञवल्क्यार्थभागौ। यत्कर्मैवोचतुः प्राग् जनकनृपगृहे चक्रतुस्तत्प्रशंसाम् वंशोत्तंसो यदूनाम् इति वदति न कोऽप्यत्र तिष्ठत्यकर्मा। वृक्षच्छेदे कुठारः प्रभवति यदयम् पाणिनोऽद्यस्तथापि प्रायोऽन्नम् तृप्तिहेतुः तदपि निखिलनम् कारणम् भोक्तृयत्नः। प्राचीनम् कर्म तद्वत् विषमसमफलप्राप्तिहेतुस्तथापि स्वातन्त्र्यम् नश्वरेऽस्मिन् न हि खलु घटते प्रेरकोऽस्यान्तरात्मा। So the last two verses, 83 and 84, so basically speak about the importance of karma. The importance of karma in shaping the individual. So, karma generates samskara, and samskara drives this person to engage with various activities. So, it is the satkarma that will lead to satsamskara, and it is through satsamskara this person gains patrata. And patrata basically gives you ultimately sukha. So that is what we need to understand. So that is what has been stated, and the verse which we are going to read now talks about a slightly different aspect. This aspect has to do with what we generally call as Karma Yoga in Bhagavad Gita. So Karma Yoga in Bhagavad Gita, which has been elaborated by Krishna in various ways, so has been sort of condensed by Bhagavad Pada in this verse, in this specific context. Let us read this verse. Smritya loke tu varnashrama vihitamadaha.
Smritya
loke tu varnashrama vihitamadaha. Smritya loke tu varnashrama vihitamadaha. Nityakamyadi karma.
Nityakamyadi karma. Nityakamyadi karma.
Sarvam brahmarpanam syat.
Sarvam brahmarpanam syat. Sarvam brahmarpanam syat.
Iti nigamagiraha.
Iti nigamagiraha. Iti nigamagiraha.
Sangirante tiramyam.
Sangirante tiramyam. Sangirante tiramyam.
Yannasa netra jihva.
Yannasa netra jihva. Yannasa netra jihva.
Karacharana shirashrotra santarpanena. Karacharana shirashrotra santarpanena. Karacharana shirashrotra santarpanena. Tushyedangiva sakshat. Tushyedangiva sakshat. Tushyedangiva sakshat. Taruriva sakalo mula santarpanena. Taruriva sakalo mula santarpanena. Taruriva sakalo mula santarpanena. Smritya loketu varnashrama vihitamadaha nityakamyadi karma. If you recall, Vamshottamso yadunam iti vadati nakopyatra tishthatya karma. Nakopyatra tishthatya karma, if you just carefully analyze, so a person does not remain without engaging in activity. Now, all these scriptures that have been laid down for us, for the benefit of humanity, are primarily meant for the welfare of the individual as well as the society. Now, what are the actions that contribute towards welfare? And what are the actions that contribute towards a tragedy in the society, as it is happening in France now? So these are things which we have to clearly understand. Now, this karma that anyway you are going to engage with, if it is channelized in the proper direction, so then that will yield to a certain ambience in which everyone can be happy. And the nature also blesses us with whatever that is required by the humanity. So therefore in Bhagavad Gita when he says, so here he is talking about Nitya Kamyadi Karma. All karmas are being listed here. So there are certain activities which are called Nitya Karma, there are certain activities which are called Kamya Karma. So all these karmas, so there in Bhagavad Gita he says, Yajñarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. So that is what he is trying to say. Yajñarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. So otherwise you will be bound by karma, and the karma may not necessarily yield you the desired outcome. Anyway you are engaging in karma, but if you engage in a proper way, then that will help you to evolve, that will help you to nurture the nature by which the entire society can be happy. So this is the overall message that is being stated. Here he says, Smritya loketu varnashrama vihitamadaha nitya kamyadi karma. What are the karmas in which we need to engage? We need to know. So there the Smriti helps us. So Shruti may indicate certain things, and Shruti does not clearly lay out in detail all that has to be performed. And society has various strata. So therefore he is saying Varnashrama Vihitam. What is to be done by whom, at what stage? So therefore there are two words which have been employed here, Varna and Ashrama. So Varnashrama Vihitam is a very important phrase. So what is to be done by whom and at what stage? So there are various stages through which the human being evolves, and certain things have to be performed at a certain level and certain things should not be performed at a certain level. When you are growing older, you have to go as a vanaprastha. But when you are a grihastha, you have to engage. When you are a vanaprastha, you should try to dissociate. So association in certain activities is ordained when you are in a certain stage, and dissociation is also ordained at a certain stage. So where what has to be employed? Therefore he is saying Varnashrama Vihitam. So if you look at, so Dharma Shastra is essentially what is referred to as Smriti. In fact, there is a very interesting verse in Manusmriti. In fact, after all, Varnashrama Vihitam, so karma is essentially dharma. Okay. So Varnashrama Vihitam karma, if we follow, that is dharma. So that is why I think elsewhere it is said, Prithvivyam sarvamanavaha swam swam charitram shiksheran. So is what it is said. Okay, Prithvivyam sarvamanavaha etad janma prasutasya etad desha prasutasya sakashad agrajanmanaha swam swam charitram shiksheran Prithvivyam sarvamanavaha. This is a very interesting verse in Manusmriti. What he says is etad desha prasunasya means the one who has born in this desha. Sakashat agrajanmanaha. Agrajanmanaha means it is a very ancient civilization. Agrajanma means one who has born before you. After all, even if we take that the intelligence matures as we progress, okay, so we have undergone lots of ups and downs, and thereby various formulations have been made at various stages. So therefore, etaddesha prasunasya sakashat agrajanmanaha swam swam charitram shiksheran. Charitram means how they have to conduct themselves. So how they have to conduct themselves for having a harmonious living within the society and with nature. Swam swam charitram shiksheran prithiviyam sarva manavaha. So this is what is stated there. And why? Because we have numerous number of scriptures which have been guiding people, and they have been developing several smritis at various points of time. Now if you see this smriti, he is saying smritya loketu varnashrama vihitam. Vihitam, what is Vihitam? Nitya kamyadi karma Vihitam. Nityam karma, certain things which have to be performed on a daily basis, and kamyam karma which has to be performed periodically. Nitya kamyadi karma. The kamya karma is something which can even be for the benefit of the individual or the society. Both kinds of kamya karmas are there. Okay, so putra kameshti etc. will be so kamya karma for the individual, whereas karirishti etc. can be for the society. So both ways of kamya karma. So here there is an interesting verse in Manusmriti. He says Vedaha Shrutir. See this Vedaha. What are the? See this. These are all varnashrama vihitam karma when you say. So as I was mentioning, this is what is essentially dharma. Kim karyam, kim akaryam. Tatra shastram pramanam. And what is the shastram that is pramanam? So these are the smritis. Smritis are essentially dharma shastras. So that is what is stated in Manusmriti. There is an interesting verse. He says, Shrutir vedaha vijñeyaha shrutistu vedo vijñeyaha. Repeat. Shrutistu vedo vijñeyaha.
Shrutistu vedo vijñeyaha. Shrutistu vedo vijñeyaha.
Dharma shastrantu vai smritihi.
Dharma shastrantu vai smritihi. Dharma shastrantu vai smritihi.
Te sarvartheshvami mams. See, amimams, amimams, te sarvartheshvamimamsye.
Te
sarvartheshvamimamsye. Te sarvartheshvamimamsye. Te sarvartheshvamimamsye. Tabhyam dharmo hi nirbabhau. Abhyam dharmo hi nirbabhau. Abhyam dharmo hi nirbabhau. See, this is an interesting verse where he says, Shrutistu Vedaha. So there are, what are the means which you have to resort to, so through which you will learn what is dharma. So Shrutihi Smritihi Sadacharaha. In fact, there is another Manusmriti Vakya, so shloka which says Shruti Smriti Sadacharaha Swasya cha Priyam Atmanaha Etat Chaturvidham Prahuhu Sakshat Dharmasya Lakshanam. See, Shruti Smriti Sadacharaha Swasya cha Priyam Atmanaha. See, so these are the four means. Etat Chaturvidham Prahuhu Sakshat Dharmasya Lakshanam. Okay. So Shrutihi Smritihi Sadacharaha. Now Vedaha is Shrutihi. So what is Smritihi? This is essentially Dharma Shastras. In fact, Dharma Shastra is a certain terminology which is used for a certain kind of corpus which is called Dharma Shastra. Whereas he sings Smritihi itself is, so Bhagavad Gita etc. are all called as Smritihi. Okay. So this is also essentially Dharma Shastra. In fact, it starts with Dharma Kshetre and it ends with Matir Mama. So Dharma Kshetre Matir Mama. So that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So that is a Dharma Shastra. Smritihi is Dharma Shastra. So here he is saying Shrutihi Smritihi Sadacharaha Swasya cha Priyamatmanaha. So all these four are the means for knowing Dharma. And Smritya Loketu Varnashrama Vihitam Adaha Nitya Kamyadi Karma. All karmas are being stated here. And it is stated here what are to be done with this karma and what is the attitude with which it has to be done. So these two things are also stated in these granthas elaborately. And that is why I said, so this karma yoga which is being stated here is indicated in the second quarter of this verse. Whatever that is stated in Bhagavad Gita very elaborately. So is stated here in a nutshell. And here in Bhagavad Gita, if you see, there is a verse so which says Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. And in fact, when in this Manusmriti you see, what is dharma? Says swasya cha priyamatmanaha. So this is also a pramana of dharma. So swasya atmanaha yat priyam swasya cha priyamatmanaha. In fact, say atmanah pratikulani paresham na samacharehet. In fact, there is a very interesting thing in Purana. See, Shruyatam dharma sarvasvam Shrutva chaiva avadharyatam. So avadharyatam means may you very, very clearly understand. So avadharanam means without any samshaya. Okay? So, with absolute certainty. Shrutva chaiva avadharyatam. Understanding with absolute certainty. So even if Saraswati comes and tells you, no, this is not correct, you say Saraswati, you are not correct. So that is what is avadharanam means. Okay? Shrutva chaiva avadharyatam. So this is a very interesting phrase which we say. Avadharanam means with absolute conviction. Shrutva chaiva avadharyatam. Shruyatam dharma sarvasvam. Shrutva chaiva avadharyatam. What is it? Atmanah pratikulani paresham na samacharet. Whatever that is understood by you as pratikula, which is likely to hurt me, tad paresham na samacharet. May you not do it for others. If you feel that if somebody speaks impolitely to you, may you not speak impolitely to others. If you don't want others to blame you, may you not blame others. Atmanah pratikulani paresham na samacharet. If you do not want the other fellow to think ill of you, may you not think ill of others. So this is what is dharma sarvasvam. Now why am I saying all this? I am saying this because this may be beautiful for us to appreciate, but how am I to put this into practice? And that requires sattva shuddhi. And sattva shuddhi is the parama prayojana of all the disciplines that have been laid down for you. Okay. Certain practices you may not be able to immediately realize, whereas these are time-tested practices which have a certain significance, and that he needs to be understood. So that is why he is saying Smritya loke tu varnashrama vihita madaha nitya kamya di karma. All this karma you have to perform. And he says, how do you perform? Sarvam brahmarpanam syat iti nigamagiraha sangirante atiramyam sangirante. This is a very beautiful phrase. How beautifully have the Shrutis have said atiramyam. So atiramyam, ramyam itself is something which is really heartening. Okay, atiramyam sangirante. Sangirante means the state. What sangirante? Nigamagiraha. Nigamagiraha means all the Shrutis. What is the Nigamagiraha that is being stated here? So that Nigama has to do with some Shruti Vachana which he has in his mind. And the Shruti Vachana is, so there is a Shruti in Brihadaranyaka. It says, Tametam Vedānuvachanena Brahmana Vividishanti Yajñena Dānena Tapasa Anashakena. Is the Shruti, so that he has in his mind. So there is a lot of vichara which goes on, even in a few adhikaranas in the Brahma Sutra. So here this word Varnashrama Vihita Madaha, this is to be connected with that Shruti. What does that Shruti say? Tametam Vedānuvachanena Brahmanaha Vividishanti Yajñena Dānena Tapasa Anashakena. So tam etam Vividishanti. Vividishanti means Veditum Ichanti. Okay? They are desirous of knowing. Okay? Vividishanti means Veditum Ichanti. Kam Veditum Ichanti? Tametam. So this Tametam, so Tam means that fellow, Etam means this fellow. So how do you understand? Tam means that Paramatmanam. Etam means so this fellow, so whom we refer to as I. So Tametam, so what does the Shruti indicate? That this fellow is not different from that fellow. Okay? So Paramatma Bhinnam Jivatmanam. So that is how we have to understand. So Paramatma Bhinnam Jivatmanam Vedānuvachanena. So Vedānuvachanena, this is a karma. What karma? Nitya karma. You have to do. This adhyanam is a vihitam karma. Nityam means vihitam. So Vedānuvachanena, Vedasya Anuvachanam. Brahmanena Shadango Vedo Dhyeyo Jneyascha. Why? Nishkaranena. Okay? So Nishkaranena Shadangaha Vedaha Adhyeyaha Jneyascha. See, today we say Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. What Sarva Shiksha? So going to school is Sarva Shiksha. Ashiksha. My great grandmother, how civilized she was. So Shiksha is different. Going to school is different. So this literacy cannot be equated with education. Anyway, so here, so Tametam Vedānuvachanena means this Vedasya Anuvachanam. Anuvachanam means repeating. So this is essentially Adhyanam. Okay, so assume that this Adhyanam Anuvachanena. In fact, once I remember, I really felt somewhat ashamed. So there was Maybe 30 years ago, 35 years ago. So one fellow came from some interior village near Kanchipuram to our house. So we somehow traced him, so that he was a very old person. Then our high house was a tiled house, okay, country tiled house. So in order to replace those tiles, so we need some expert, so that he arranges properly and there is no rain inside the house when it rains outside. So this is we invited. And that fellow, I just picked up some conversation. He was extensively quoting. He does not know to write anything, whether it is Tamil or, but he was extensively quoting from this Mahabharata. Okay, somehow I mean he has heard. Okay, so there are so many people even now I know in UP. So they have learnt all that is to be learnt for living a good life without any akshara jnana. Okay, so this was there. So this is something which we have to really understand. So that is rooting themselves in culture through anuvachanam. How did he learn? Anuvachanam. So just hearing. Okay. So saha vadati, anuvadati. So you just pick. So tametam vedanuvachanena brahmanaha vividishanti. So there he says yajnena danena. So yajnena danena tapasa anashakena. See? So yajnena danena comes to grihasthashrama dharma. Vedanuvachanena comes to first ashrama dharma, when you are in brahmacharya. So you go and learn, you go either by listening to. So that itself was a great thing, therefore Shruti. Anyway, so the thing is, this varnashrama vihitam karma. So all that. So even when he says brahmarpanam, why do you have to do adhyanam? You have to do adhyanam. Brahmarpanam syat. Okay. So here varnashrama vihitam, then yajnena danena. So these are connected and it is grihasthashrama dharma. Tapasa anashakena is vanaprasthashrama dharma. Okay. And here he uses anashakena tapasa. That is also important. So this anashanam tapaha, when you say, so some of these people, they do that. So this sharirasya nashakam, that is not considered as tapas. In fact, some of these acharyas, they write hitamita medhyashanam tapaha. What is tapaha? Hitamita medhyashanam tapaha. So ashanam, but it has to be medhyam, it has to be hitam, it has to be mitam, limited quantity. So these three things, if they are ensured, then that itself is tapaha. Hitamita medhyashanam tapaha. So tapasa anashakena. So through this, what do you do? Tametam vividishanti, veditum icchanti. Whom? Antaratmanam. Paramatma bhinnam antaratmanam. So that is what is to be done. So therefore he says smritya loketu varnashrama vihitam adaha nitya kamya adikarma sarvam brahmarpanam syat. Why should it be brahmarpanam syat? So that is what is karma yoga. Brahmarpanam brahmavihi brahmatnau brahmanahutam brahmaiva tena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina. In fact, we have several things so which are stated in connection with this in Bhagavad Gita. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha lipyate nasa papena padmapatram ivambhasa. So this is a very beautiful verse. So that is what is referred to here. Sarvam brahmarpanam syat iti nigamagiraha sangirante atiramyam. Now a question may arise. When I do a kamya karma, how do I do this as brahmarpanam? This could be a question which can arise. After all, it is a kamya karma. Okay. So how do I do? So here the idea is, when you set on, okay, to perform the action, there also you can do it as brahmarpanam. How do you do? With the understanding that this phalam is not in my hands. So phalam is given by Ishvara. Karma maya kriyate, phalam tena diyate, and therefore you do not claim. So it is essentially done a brahmarpanam. Okay. Sarvam brahmarpanam syad. Brahmarpanam syat, and therefore the outcome does not elate you, does not disappoint you. Okay. Sarvam brahmarpanam syat iti nigamagiraha sangirante atiramyam. If we do this with the idea, then you are bound to have humility, which has a great utility. Okay? On the other hand, if this is lacking, okay, so then only pomposity will be there. Okay? So, futility. See? So all the actions will go futile. So futility is the outcome of pomposity. Okay. So this is something which has to be sarvam brahmarpanam syad. Samyak phala comes Ishvaranugraha. Asamyak phala comes Ishvaranugraha. Over. Sarvam brahmarpanam syat iti nigamagiraha sangirante atiramyam. Atiramyam sangirante. It is a very beautiful message which has been given. Now in the later half of the verse, he gives two similes. So this third is a very long compound word. Yannasa netra jihva karacharana shirashrotra santarpanena. Nasa netra jihva karacharana shirashrotra santarpanena tushyet angiva sakshat. Then there is one more example. Taruriva sakalaha mula santarpanena. There is a distinction between these two examples which also needs to be noted. The first example he says, Yannasa netra jihva karacharana shirashrotra santarpanena. Suppose you get beautiful fragrance, okay, by lighting some wonderful bhakti from Aurobindo ashram. See, when I go to Calcutta, so the Anuradha Chaudhary will give me some nice bhaktis prepared by Aurobindo ashram. Okay, now this there are some. The thing is, so nasa santarpanena kaha tushyati. Angi tushyati. Angaha. This Angam is, this is Angam. So he is Angi. Okay. So if you have a nice fragrance. Then Angi Tushyati. Netra Santarpanena. You see a beautiful sight. Okay. Angi Tushyati. Jihva Karacharana. So all organs. So whatever that could be pleasing to those organs. Okay. Netra Jihva Karacharana Shiras Shrotra Santarpanena. It is true that by pleasing various organs, so this Angi Tushyati. After all, when you feel like eating, so who is asking? Buddhi. You say this Purusha is asking, and through something you eat. You may have beautiful fragrance, but if you are really hungry, so then what will happen? So that fragrance may not please you. Understand? So when there is another demand from Angi, any of the Angas, so that may not be. So let us keep this in mind for the moment. So I brought this only to make a distinction between the two udaharanas that are presented here. This Angi Tushyati is true. Okay, so we have a nice verse even in Bhagavad Gita connected to this. Tushyed Angiva Sakshat Taruriva Sakalo Mula Santarpanena. The other thing that he says is Sakalaha Taruhu Mula Santarpanena. Mula Santarpanena. Now, one organ, if it is getting tripti, the other organs do not necessarily get that tripti, right? So that is why in 5-star hotel, you will have 5 things. All the 5 senses are simultaneously pleased. Understand? So, Tvak, Netram, Sparsha, so whatever. Okay? So, my father once said, so I was asking what is 5-star when I was a school boy. He was saying, so perhaps a hotel where all the 5 senses are simultaneously okay, put to satisfaction. Okay, so anyway, so this is something that 30-40 years ago he just told me once. I'm just reminded. So here, why am I saying this? So Yannasa, so if you go to some hotel, okay, there may be Durgandha, but you can have only Bhojanam. So you, something on the roadside. Okay, so Yannasa Netra Jihva Karacharana Shiraha Shrotra Santarpanena Tushyet Angiva. So if one is happening, the other things are not happening. Whereas here in the Taru example, he says Mula Santarpanena Sakalaha Taruhu. Okay, so water in the root, Sakalaha Taruhu Tushyati. Okay. So now these two examples have been cited by Bhagavad Pada essentially to convey the message that do Brahmarpanam, any activity, even if it is a Kamya Karma. So Kamya Karmas are generally directed towards specific Devatas. Okay, so Nitya Karma and Kamya Karma, when you divide, so they are associated with specific Devatas. If we look at this Bhagavad Gita, so in some other place, so in 9th chapter, so he says, Yepyanya devata bhaktaha yajante shraddhayanvitaha tepi mameva kaunteya yajantyavidhi purvakam yanti devavrata devan pitrun yanti pitruvrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajinopimam. So this is what he says there. Now we should just compare what is being stated here with what is stated in Bhagavad Gita. येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ताः यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेयः. So if you look at the first example which has been stated here, so it is like giving tripti for different indriyas. Now tepi mameva kaunteya. Whether you try to satisfy this indriya or some other indriya, so ultimately the one who is tripta is this Purusha. Okay? So this is what he is trying to sort of indicate here. Yepyanya devata bhaktaha yajante shraddhayanvitaha tepi mameva kaunteya yajanti. Having said that, in the later part he says, yanti devavrata devan pitrun yanti pitruvrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajino pimam. So this is where I try to bring this distinction. So you may have some nice fragrance, okay? But if some other organ is in dire need of something, then this does not really help you out. So only that tripti can be experienced, but the other tripti cannot be done. Whereas if you do this as Brahmarpanam, okay, so then he says this is Atiramyam Phalam. Okay, so that is where the difference is. So if you do this as Brahmarpanam, so then this is like the second udaharana. Moola Santarpanena Staruriva. So you do the Moola Santarpana, then the entire thing is happy. So how is this connected with this udaharana? If you do with this attitude, then so you are an evolved person who is eternally happy. Okay? So all other things are santushta as if, because there is no seeking there. Brahmarpanam. So that is the attitude which he is trying to say. And what does this mean? This essentially means that so you have this ultimate jnana, vividishanti. So as I was trying to tell you, so you are becoming an evolved person wherein you have this buddhi. Atmanah pratikulani na paresham na samacharet. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati. It is this drishti that is what is being stated as tametam vividishanti. Tamyetam vividishanti. Tam means not someone who is sitting elsewhere. The one who is there in all the beings. Tam etam vividishanti. Vividishanti veditum ichanti. How? Vedanuvachanena, yajnena, danena, tapasa, anashakena. So this is a very important mantra which has been nicely analyzed by various acharyas. I will just give you the summary of some very interesting discussion which goes on with this mantra. So there is a discussion which is being, in fact one can ask even this question. After all, when you say it is only this jnana that helps, where does the karma play a role? In fact, we have this nanyah pantha vidyate ayanaya. When you say nanyah pantha vidyate ayanaya, anyaha means anyaha refers to other than this atmajnana. So other than this atmajnana, panthaha margaha, that margaha is jnana karma samuchaya or kevalam karma. Both of them are discarded. Nanyah pantha vidyate ayanaya. So then why does this shruti come then? Tametam vedanuvachanena brahmana vividishanti. So nityam karma, kamyam karma, where does it come? Why do you do? In fact, karmanaiva hi samsiddhim asthita janakadayaha lokasangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. So nowhere do we have any prescription wherein you can just remain idle. Okay? So this karma, when you do, nityam karma, kamyam karma. So what does this do? So that has been nicely stated. So there is a deep discussion, which is a very interesting discussion, which we should take up perhaps while reading some other text. So whether these karmas are leading to vidya or are they leading to vividisha? There are two schools. Okay. So vidyartham karma, vividishartham karma. Here what does he say? Brahmarpanam syat. So this is karma yoga. In fact, if you look at Bhagavad Gita, so there are various sections. In fact, maybe I should just read one very interesting thing. In fact, in fact he says, see, yat sankhyaih prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate ekam sankhyancha yogancha yaf pashyati sapashyati. This is a very powerful verse in Bhagavad Gita. Yat sankhyaih prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate ekam sankhyancha yogancha yaf pashyati sapashyati. Ekam means both of them ultimately leading to the same result. So how do we understand this? Sankhyahi sthanam prapyate. Otherwise it will be impossible for us to even digest this verse. So you say this karma alone, so you say this jnana alone. In fact, kurvan neveha karma nijiji vishechatag samaha evan tvai nanyatheto astina karma lipyate nare. In Ishavasya we have kurvan neveha karmani. How do you reconcile these two? So this reconciliation is possible with the understanding that it is the karma which will create a certain vividisha, and this vividisha will lead you to this jnana. See, vividisha is what leads to jnana. So whatever be the jnana, whether it is database manipulation, whether it is Python programming, so whatever be the jnana, it is the vividisha which actually veditum ichha. Okay? So there's a deep desire to learn something. So that is what leads you to this jnana. So this jnana is what is referred to as vividishanti, atma jnana here in this context. So tametam vedanuvachanena vividishanti. So there are schools which say that once this vividisha reaches a threshold, so nobody can prevent you from gaining the knowledge. Right? So once you are so desirous of something, then who can prevent you? So it is this vividisha. So therefore, this karmas lead to vividisha, and vividisha naturally takes care of jnanam, is one kind of interpretation. But this itself actually leads to vidya is another kind of interpretation. There is a beautiful dialogue which goes on between these two schools. And now there is a verse which says, so this verse is, pratyak pravanatam buddhehe karmanyutpadya shuddhitaha karmanyutpadya shuddhitaha kritarthanyastamayanti pravridante ghana iva. So this is a oft-quoted verses. Pratyak pravanatam buddhehe karmani utpadya. So all these disciplined activities will lead you to a certain state wherein you will be able to have absolute control over your mind. Okay, that is where the most problem is. Fundamental problem is unable to control. Pratyak pravanatam buddhehe karmani utpadya. So all this disciplined way of life, utpadya shuddhitaha kritarthani. Kritarthani means they have served their purpose. Kritarthani astamayanti. So there he gives a simile. Pravridante ghanaive. Pravridante means after showering. So clouds have come, and after they have showered, so they have served their purpose, so they disappear. Similarly here, So karma will disappear once this is generated. Pratyak pravanatam buddhehe karmanyutpadya shuddhitaha kritarthanyastamayanti pravridante ghanayiva. So this is one way of looking at it. So there are other things which are also stated by these acharyas. So wherein they will say that this karmas itself can lead you to vidya. So there is I'll just quote those verses. So where some of you will be at least able to definitely appreciate. This is given by Sureshwaracharya. He says, Vedanu vachanadinam atmikatvam Vedanu vachan, repeat. Vedanu vachanadinam Aikatma jnana janmane Aikatmyam means it is the same Atma which is pervading everywhere. So this is what is called Aikatmyam. Okay? Aikatmya jnana janmane Tametamiti vakyena Tametamiti vakyena Nityanam vakshyate vidhihi Nityanam karmanam Nityanam vakshyate vidhihi. So what is this? So now Nityanam Tametamiti Vedanu Vachanena. Why am I saying this? Varnashrama Vihitam Adaha Nitya Kamyadi Karma. Why is there injunction? So the injunction is Aikatmya Janmani. Okay? Yadva, or else you can visualize this to be generating Vividisha. Yadva Vividisharthatvam Vividisharthatvam Yadva Vividisharthatvam Sarveshamapi Karmanam Tametamiti vakyena Sanyogasya prithaktvatah. So here, in the last quarter of this verse, there could be some difficulty in understanding. See, you can either say that Vividisha leads you to that and therefore this karmas have the prayojana as jnana itself, chitta shuddhi dvara. Or you can say, so pravridante ghanayiva, they have generated Vividisha and they are gone and that jnana takes care. Okay, that tivra ichha. Okay, pratyak pravanata takes care. So you can just say that. So now there is, so this last quarter he says, Tamedamiti vakyena sanyogasya prithaktvatah. This is a technical term. Sanyogasya prithaktvatah means there are two kinds of shrutis. Both are shrutis, both have to be validated. Now, the question is, you say, there is a Purnamasabhyam Sargakamo Ejeta. What does this mean? So, Sargakamaha Ejeta means, what is your Kamana? Swarga. So, Ejeta is this activity. Now, what does this Shruti say? Tametam Vedanuvachanena Brahmana Vividishanti Yajnena Danena Tapasa Anashakena. So, it says Vividishanti. Atmanam Veditum Ichanti. So, yajnena atmanam veditam ichanti or yajnena swargam praptum ichanti. There are two shrutis which are saying. So, how do you understand this? So, it is for this reason he is just saying sanyogasya prithaktvatah. This is a very interesting thing. So, in Mimamsa, there is a discussion which goes on. See, ekasya tu ubhayatve sanyoga prithaktvam. So, this is a sutra. So, there are Ekasya tu ubhayatve. Sanyoga here should not be considered as association. So sanyoga essentially means vidhi. Yena ayam purushaha karmana sanyujyate saha sanyogaha. It is a technical term. So this vidhi. So vidhi itself is considered as sanyogaha. Okay, by this phrase. So sanyoga prathak ekasya ubhayatva. So now, so this shruti balat, so that is where this brahmarpanam comes into picture. So that is why I wanted to bring this to attention. So here, this if you do with that purpose, so then, so that will be the phala, and that will be some nashvara phala. If you do this as brahmarpanam, so then this leads to this. How can this lead to this and that? So you know, so you with your own experience. Okay, so it depends on how you visualize. The same activity, the same vachana can have different impact depending on this buddhi. So therefore, this is extremely important. So the sattva shuddhi, so this brahmarpanam leads to sattva shuddhi, and thereby this jnana anashvara phala is what is obtained. Okay, whereas in the other case it leads to nashvara phala, and therefore atiramyam sangirante. Atiramyam means something which is most wonderful. Okay, so the ultimate fruit. Okay, so that shuddhi, chitta shuddhi, which leads to this aikatmya jnana. So there cannot be a greater happiness than this aikatmya jnana, and therefore he says aikatmya jnanaya tametamiti shrutihi vadati. So this sanyoga prathakva means the activity may be one, whereas this phala can also be achieved, that phala can also be achieved, because both these shrutis are valid. Depending on the attitude with which you perform. So this may simply lead you to chitta shuddhi and vividisha, or this may give you the other phala, depending on what is the sankalpa. Okay, so that is what it is. So here let us read this verse now. Smritya loke tu varnashrama vihitamadah nitya kamyadi karma sarvam brahmarpanam syat iti nigamagiraha sangirante diramyam. This brahmarpanam can be understood as brahmane arpanam. What is this brahma? Jnana swarupa. Okay, satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Okay, so even with reference to the karma that you perform, so if it is performed with this, then so this is what it leads to. Okay, sangirante tiramyam yannatha netra jishva. Here yat is to be understood as yena hetoho. Okay, so that is how you have to understand. Yannatha yasmat hetoho. Yannatha netra jihva karacharana shirashrotra santarpanena tushyed angina sakshat taruriva sakalo mula santarpanena. Okay, we'll stop. Om sarve sukhina santu sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om